It's a great location. It's got the hotel, but then it's also got separately this amazing conference space. And we'll have the cocktail night on the Friday night. And then we have an exhibition space. The food was really tasty. And because people are very exhausted by the end of the day, it's really nice to just be able to, go get changed, relax, and then go to the dinner in the same venue, in the same space, knowing that the food was really good. And we've got it really beautifully set up.
So we've got some wonderful keynote speakers, and then in addition to that we have 17 other presenters also presenting.
Can you tell us who some of the speakers are? Because we obviously know Ian Watson, we've got Camilla Shirt, amazing. Tick. Who else have you got there?
We've got
the 14th Australian Homeopathic Medicine Conference is on in Brisbane from 6 to 8 November with keynote speakers Ian Watson and Camilla Shirt. This is going to be an incredible event and a beautiful opportunity to connect in person with fellow homeopaths from around the world. Today we have AHA President Virginia Turner, as well as conference organizer Sarah Kottmann on the show to tell us a bit more about it. The super early bird price closes on the 30th of April, so do hurry up. There are also some special discounts for accommodation at the venue hotel. Go to homeopathy.oz.org. That's homeopathy.oz.org and get your tickets straight away. I will be there with a stand for the Centre for Homeopathic Education. I'll also have a homeopathy hangout poster presentation there, and I'm super excited to hang out with so many of you in person in Brisbane on the 6th to 8th of November. See you there.
Welcome to the Homeopathy Hangout podcast, where we discuss all things homeopathy from around the world. And now our mum and your host, Eugenie Kruger.
Hello homies, and welcome back to Homeopathy Hangout. Today we have two gorgeous ladies hanging out with us from Australia. We've got the AHA President, Virginia Turner, and we have the lovely Sarah Kottmann. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Hey.
Thank you, Eugenie. Good to see you.
Virginia, I don't think you've been on the podcast before, have you?
I haven't. This is my very first.
Oh, well, welcome. Sarah, you have been on the podcast before, and you talked about some awesome meteorites and things, which, by the way, I've got a Moldavite ring on today. I thought you might like
nice.
that. Yeah. So go check out Sarah's episode if you haven't already. And Virginia, so, we have a little bit of a thing here on the show where if you're new, you have to say how you were first introduced to homeopathy. So I think it just wouldn't be right if you didn't share that with us.
It was a long, long time ago. It sounds like a fairy tale.
Yeah.
And I guess I was in my 20s and, I had some chronic illness that I wasn't getting better very quickly. It's a classic story, right? And a friend of mine was studying naturopathy at the time and said, for goodness sake, you have to go and see a homeopath. It just went on and on and on and on and on. And I thought, oh, okay. And then it eventually got to the point where I just had to do something. And I walked into my homeopath's office, and that was probably 1990 or 1991, and I have just never looked back. It absolutely transformed my health.
Amazing.
So, and I think so many people either have that experience personally or their loved ones have that experience, or they grow up around homeopathy, and it kind of picks you, I think, a little bit. Once you start thinking homeopathically, you can't unthink homeopathically. I don't know about your experience, but that's certainly been mine.
100%. I think every homeopath around the world will tell you that for sure. We have a fun conversation today because the Australian Homeopathic Association's conference, the 14th conference, I believe, is on from the 7th to the 8th of November this year in Brisbane. I am super excited to get to catch up with you all in person again. The last one was November 2023. We had a blast. It was a great location. It was a great conference. And you have got two incredible keynote speakers this time. And you've got a super early bird. Oh, sorry, the early bird. I think the super early bird's passed, hey?
Oh, yeah, super.
No. It's still going.
Bird.
Super early bird, still to the 30th.
Yes.
We have got loads of exciting things to talk about. So which of you want to start telling us about the conference?
Well, I'll start with the location and talk a little bit about where we're going to have the conference. So for those of you who joined us in 2023, it is in the same location at the Grand Chancellor Hotel in Brisbane. It's a great location. It's got the hotel, but then it's also got separately this amazing conference space that we used last time. The food is really tasty, so we're going to hold it in the same place again. And we'll have the cocktail night on the Friday night, which we hold each time. It is an optional extra to the conference, and that happens on the Friday night. And then we've got the conference that goes on the Saturday and the Sunday. And then we have an exhibition space at the bottom of so the way it's sort of set up is at the bottom there's like an exhibition space, and at the top there's all the different speakers. So we'll have that, and then we'll have the dinner this time in the actual conference space. So we really thought about this, and we thought because the food was really tasty and because people are very exhausted by the end of the day, it's really nice to just be able to go get changed, relax, and then go to the dinner in the same venue, in the same space, knowing that the food was really good. And we've got it really beautifully set up. So it'll be a really nice sit-down dinner with some nice table settings. And again, this is an optional extra to when you're booking your tickets for the conference.
You forgot one of the best parts of the venue, can I just say? Is
Oh,
the
what's that?
incredible garden that is right next to the venue. There's this beautiful botanical garden next door, which if you want to go ground yourself, which is what I did a few times because there was just so much going on with all these international speaker people and stuff going on. And walking next door, they've got a beautiful cafe at the bottom there as well, which I discovered on the second day.
Yes.
There's this beautiful little lakey thing there with like a little fountain.
Yes.
And the best part is there with these big ass lizards everywhere. And I just remember walking in, I was like, what is this? And it was, just like lizards. I don't know, what do you call them? Like
iguanas?
Iguanas, yeah, because they're huge.
Yes.
Just like casually walking around. Plus, there is a beautiful statue of Gandhi in the gardens, which I thought was just gorgeous that it's right next to, because Gandhi was obviously a huge advocate for homeopathy, and he said that homeopathy cures a higher percentage of people than any other form of medicine on the planet. So to have Gandhi's statue in this gorgeous garden right next to the venue is great. So I think it's actually pretty cool that you have got the same venue again.
Yeah, I did forget about the gardens because I didn't have time last time. It was just too crazy with the book stand and the talking to everyone and connecting. Didn't have time to get into the gardens. But yes, there is a beautiful garden right close by.
Amazing.
There certainly was once. There's no question. The last one, and that's exactly the kind of energy we want to recreate this time around as well.
Well, Virginia, do you want to tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, so there's been a little bit of advertising happening already. So we have two wonderful keynote speakers. We have the fabulous Ian Watson, and he's going to be talking about the Tower of Homeopathy, and particularly in relation to the kind of current situation with computer technology and AI and the implications for it in society and in the workplace. He's going to be talking about what homeopaths can offer that's truly unique and invaluable and perhaps can't be replicated by that technology. Even though it could be valuable to us, what is unique about the human element of homeopathy? So that's going to be one of his keynote presentations. And his other one is about the innate wellbeing paradigm. And he's talking about Samuel Hahnemann and how he revealed the principles of true healing and that derive from the life force, as well as the insights from Sydney Banks. And I think he's spoken on your podcast before about Sydney Banks. So I think they will be two very, very interesting and diverse presentations. And in addition to that, we have Camilla Schur coming, which is equally as exciting. And she's going to be giving a keynote presentation as well at the conference. And she's going to be talking about over 15 years of homeopathy in Africa, various aspects of that. So we've got some wonderful keynote speakers. And then in addition to that, we have 17 other presenters also presenting. So we have 14 oral presentations and 3 poster presentations on a wide range of topics. And so Sarah and I will just give you kind of a bit of a flavour of that, but all the presenters are now on the conference website. So if you want to go and look at their bios and look at the abstracts for their presentations, it's all up on the website as well.
Amazing. I just have to say, one of those poster presentations will be from the Homeopathy Hangout podcast. And we are going to be in the posters, spoiler alert, have some really interesting statistics for homeopaths, which will be from our top episodes and what they were and the insights that you can gain from that, which you can then use in your clinical practice. Because, we've had over 440 episodes now. We've got our 5-year anniversary in August, and we're about to hit 1 million downloads in the next couple of months. So I've been around the block a couple of times now. I don't know where the time's gone, but we've gained some really interesting insights from the episodes that are the best performing around the world. And you, as a homeopath, when you gain access to these insights, it can really inform you on what areas you might want to, educate yourself on or know a little bit more on, because this is the type of stuff that people are interested in wanting to know. So we are going to put an awesome poster together for you. And the Centre for Homeopathic Education, Australia, is one of the sponsors as well. So we'll have a table there, but you also have loads of other amazing in the exhibition area. That was one of the things I loved the most. I actually just over here have all my goodies that I bought. In fact, the book's lying right there. I bought a book and the Homeopathical range from Bernadette Becker that you had there last year as one of your exhibition people. You had the books there from Aura Project. Peter Tamanello was there. I'm trying to think who else was. There were you had loads. Did you have Zaz and Water there as well? You had loads of really, you had Martin Pleasance there. Who else? There were loads of really interesting tables that you had there. Are you allowed to?
Chiropractica was there as well, weren't
Yes.
they? Yeah.
Yes, they were there. They had samples that they were giving out. It's a great opportunity to see what's out there, get some samples, talk to the reps. And the way,
Absolutely.
there's just the way, like the venue is great for that. As you said, you've got a really great space for the exhibition. Also, where you have the cocktails, it's got kind of like a view. You've got like that outside area with a view, but you've got a really nice big seating area. Then you have the huge conference rooms just upstairs and the beautiful garden next door. So it really lends itself to keep everyone together, which is what we want, right? We're there in person.
It's a great venue, and that's why we wanted to do it again in the same.
Yeah.
We just couldn't quite replicate it anywhere else.
Yeah.
So that's why we wanted to do it again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Initially, I was like, oh, it's in the same place. And then I was like, oh, but that place was awesome. So it's actually good. Same as with our conference in Bali when we did it the second time. We had it at the same location because it was just so good. Why would you change it?
Yeah.
But there are things that we have done differently this time. So we've introduced, and we'll go through the presenters in a minute, but we're also doing a seminar on the Friday, which we didn't do last time. So we've got Camilla presenting her seminar on agri-homeopathy beyond organic, which we've never done this before. So we thought it was just such an interesting topic and so much of its time. I think there's so much discussion about agri-homeopathy within the homeopathy community. So we're doing that a little bit differently. Our approach to peer review has been slightly different this time. So we were changing other things up. So why, if it ain't broke, don't fix the venue kind of thing. We had really good feedback, as Sarah said.
As long as the seminar on Friday is not overlapping with a cocktail night, because I am so going to the cocktail night again.
No.
Okay, good. Because I went to the cocktail night last time and it was brilliant. I would say if you're going to make the effort of going to the conference, just pay the extra. Well, I don't know. It wasn't even that much, like 50 or I don't know what was it, like $70? I think maybe it was 70 or 80. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember how much it was, but it was like a no-brainer. They were like, do you want to add that? I was like, yeah, duh, of course. Definitely go to the cocktail night because it just kind of eases you into things. It's really informal. There was great canapes that were going around the entire time. I had to say to them, please stop bringing me food. I'm so full. But there were just people bring food the whole time. And such a beautiful way to connect with everyone before, the next day you end up sitting in lectures a lot and you don't maybe get that much time to chat. But I'll absolutely go to the cocktail night because the venue was, it really lends itself to that.
And it's lovely to catch up with everybody.
Yeah.
Formally before all the formalities start on the Saturday morning. And you can register at the same time. So you can come and have a chat and some canapes and a drink and, grab your lanyard for the next day. And of course, if you've been at the seminar beforehand, you've got an hour or so to get ready. And of course, we wouldn't overlap it with the drinks.
Good.
So
incredible. Oh, and I just have to say there was a bar area there as well, because I remember like after dinner and stuff, we were sitting there like having some drinks very late into the night. They were actually really lovely. They kind of left us to it because they'd actually already closed. I think it was like midnight or 1 a.m. and me and Naima and Sarah Valentini were still sitting there chatting and they just kind of left us to it. So you could do everything in the one place.
Yeah.
It was, Have I sold it enough?
Yeah. I have to say I passed out. I don't know how you stayed up 1 a.m.
Oh, I was just buzzing. I loved it. But I just want to say that it is really a great venue. And I had a
They were
balcony.
lovely to, yeah, they were lovely to deal with. And
Yeah.
it's interesting that carried over for everybody, not just, us as organisers. That's fantastic to hear.
I had the
Yeah.
view from my bedroom was amazing as well because it looked out over the gardens and over the city. It's just was so beautiful. Okay, hang on. Everyone probably doesn't want to hear me raving about this the entire time. Can you tell us who some of the speakers are? Because we obviously know Ian Watson. We've got Camilla Schur, amazing. Tick, tick. Who else have you got there?
We've got Jerry Dendrinos, and he's
Aw.
doing psilocybin mushrooms in homeopathy, which I'm very excited about hearing more about. So the clinical insights and new horizons with psilocybin, which I mean is very popular. So it'd be interesting to see how it translates in homeopathy.
I just have to say also, Jerry was our second ever guest on the podcast. I have massive respect for him. If anyone who's watched the documentary Just One Drop, he is in there as well. And the whole Australian homeopathic community owes this man a huge debt. He's incredible.
Absolutely.
I think, he's amazing.
Yeah.
In addition, we have Lindley Jordan presenting on homeopathy and dentistry. So I think that's so fascinating. This is such a cool area. And so she's looking, she calls it her outside the box approach to reducing pharmaceutical dependence with dentistry, which I just think is fabulous.
Yeah. And then, of course, we've got Isaac Golden. He's presenting an evidence-based method to reducing chronic illness and the expansion of homeopathy internationally. I believe he will be talking a little bit about America as well in his speech.
We have Peter Tamanello, and he's talking about the elephant in the room, the vital force. So that's a little bit different for him because he's presented on different topics in the past. So I think that's going to be a fascinating one as well.
My question was going to be which elephant in the room because there's so many in homeopathy. Which one? Lots of elephants. It's like a herd.
I guess you'll have to come and find out.
Exactly.
And then we've got John Gamble. He's talking about obviously complex chronic disease, which is his area, and latent infection particularly.
That's good. And Naima Hermiston, and she's talking about addressing autism risk factors in homeopathic practice, which is an area she's done a lot of research into and published work on. So that's going to be interesting to see kind of the next stage of all of that for her. And Eugenie, just to remind you that you're going to be talking about the podcast as well. So I think we've got a full program, but we also didn't want to make the program so full that there wasn't the important socialising time, because that, in many respects, there were fabulous presentations, but part of the energy and the vibe was everybody getting together and talking, and we just want to make sure we tap into that as much as we possibly can. So, I think that's a really important aspect of, we so rarely get to be together physically.
100%. I mean, Virginia, you were at the second Bali conference, and we did that very different to the first one. We actually cut a lot of the presentations and made the breaks much longer because that connection, there's something magical about when a bunch of homeopaths come together in person. I don't know what it is, but there's real magic that happens.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
Sarah, how many years have you've organized this for a while? Hey, like you're the official AHA conference. Well, you've got a team, but
I know both me and Virginia have both been from the beginning. So 2023, well, that was the conference. So obviously we started before that. I think 2022 I joined the conference team.
There's a lot of work that goes into it. It's so much
A lot of work.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's the not kind of knowing what's going to happen. I'm sure you had this experience with your conference too, Eugenie. You just don't know how it's going to, so there's a lot of preparation. But sometimes it's the totally unexpected things like the energy in the room and the people getting together that's just an element you can't factor in, So we're really hoping that we have that really positive vibe that we had last time.
Yeah, it is very hard work, hence why I'm not doing another Bali conference or any conference ever for that matter, because it's so much work and it's a big financial risk. You just don't know how it's going to go. But look, you've got incredible speakers and I think it's going to go really well. And especially if you are listening to this episode as it comes out, you will still be able to qualify for the super early bird, which finishes on the 30th of April. Do you maybe want to have a little chat about pricings and things like that?
Yeah, so there's super early bird, and then after the 30th of April, the early bird period starts. So super early bird for both the Friday seminar and for the conference. You actually have to register for those separately. And depending on your level of membership with the AHA or whether you're a member or not, there's different pricing levels. So I would recommend for people to actually go and look at the website rather than me rattling off a number of figures, which I'm likely to get wrong. So we've got a website address which I can just reel off now for you if that would...
reel it off, because we'll put it in the show notes, but I have had people say they don't know where to find the show notes, but reel it off.
So it's www.homeopathy.oz.org/conference-registration.
Amazing.
Okay.
So even if they just go to Homeopathy Oz, so oz.org, and then you'll be able to navigate there.
They'll be able to link to the conference website from there. Yes.
Amazing. Oh, have we said everything that we need to say? I just want to make sure that we don't.
I just want to sort of just touch on the accommodation. So we do have special rates for the accommodation that we've organised with the hotel. You will receive a link once you register to get those special prices. And the earlier you register, the better the rooms are that you will receive, because the prices are actually for all types of rooms, the same price for all rooms. Just the early bird people, the people that get in first, will be the ones that get the best room first. Yeah.
Thanks so much for that tip, because you just reminded me I haven't booked my room yet, so I'll go do that now. That's amazing. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. And actually to get to the location from the train station was actually really easy as well. So you guys really had that part, like from the airport to I'm just trying to think of the public transport we used. It was actually so fun because when my plane landed, there was actually a bunch of other planes that landed simultaneously, and a whole bunch of us homeopaths arrived at the airport at the same time. And it was so fun. So we went outside, we caught the same bus. I think, did we do bus all the way, or was there a train as well?
There would be an airport train that would
Maybe it was
take
the
you to
airport
Roma
train.
Street. I believe it's Roma Street. That's the, don't quote me on this, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Roma Street, the train station.
Yeah.
So yeah, I believe there's an airport train, but yes, there probably is a bus. You know, taxis are not too far from either. So Uber, you know, so many options.
In fact, you're actually reminding me now. I think what we ended up doing, because there was like 8 of us, we ended up getting like an Uber, and just all of us went shuttle together. Like Susanna Sheldon and Peter Tomanello was there, and actually Jerry Dendrinos landed at the same time, and quite a few of us, and we just all grabbed a Uber together. It was very surreal for me, because many of them I hadn't met in person before. I had them on the podcast as guests, but not met them in person. So that was something incredible. I remember the surreal experience of, you know, being in the hotel, coming down the elevator, doors opening, and there's Kim and Leah standing in front of me. I was like, oh, that's so cool. And it's just that feeling of like, you know, I've interviewed Ian Watson on the podcast a few times, and Camilla Scheer as well. And I know I'm going to be fangirling when I get to see them in IRL, in real life, because there's just something so special about that. And the conversations that you have and just the energy of being together is amazing.
Yeah, really. We just can't wait. And I remember Kim Valia saying at the conference, I can't believe the energy. He just kept, every time I saw him, it's like, I can't believe the energy of all of this. It's just, the vibe was just something special, really.
I am a huge supporter of the AHA, because I have belonged over the years to various other organizations, registered with various organizations, and none of them did any professional development for homeopaths. They were more like naturopathic ones. And as far as I know, the AHA is the only organization that is only for homeopaths, or the biggest anyway, that's only for homeopaths. You don't, like, it's all the professional development that you do is for homeopaths. You're the only one that organizes this conference for homeopaths. I just think that as homeopaths, it is so important that we support this conference, because there is a lot of work that goes into this. And you are doing so much for us. So you're the only organization that I am registered with in Australia, because I love what you do, and I appreciate that you are working so hard for us. So thank you for that.
Thank you for your support. The association exists because of its members. We're here to support our members, and we value every single member and the contribution that everybody makes, and particularly the volunteers and our wonderful admin, Tracy. Honestly, it's humbling.
I wonder if now's a quick opportunity to quickly plug your deal that you have for student homeopaths.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So we are very keen to support students within the AHA organisation. And so student membership is free. So it's just simply a matter of joining as a student member. We offer discounts on webinars if they want to attend. We also do, and I think these are probably the really important things. So we have every 2 months, we have a student wisdom exchange, which is a meeting that takes place where students from diverse colleges and backgrounds get together with professional homeopaths who volunteer their time, and they can discuss anything that's topical for them at the moment. So it's literally just, a download situation. But we tried various tools like Facebook, etc. But actually what's been most successful is a WhatsApp group for the students. And so it's real, so they can all ask each other questions. They might be building a website or trying to find a pharmacy for a particular remedy, or, they might be interested in colleges. So, it's really interesting because you can kind of tell where the academic year's going depending on the amount of activity that's going on the WhatsApp group for students. But it's very easy to join, and we're really here to support. And we've also introduced last year for new graduates in the first year of their professional membership with the AHA, we have offered free mentoring. So we have very experienced professional members who are offering their time and services free of charge. So they'll have an individual monthly mentoring session for the first 12 months of practice. And this is really to just help graduates who have come out of that nurturing environment and they're setting out on their own, and just to help them along the way and become successful in their practice.
That is absolutely amazing and over and above generous. And once again, I don't know of any other organisation, professional body in Australia that offers that. So thank you very much.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Also, just want to check, have you still got any spots if anybody is interested in exhibiting their products?
Yes,
yeah.
We do have, I think we've got 2 tables left in the downstairs exhibition area. So that would be wonderful if anybody is interested in sponsoring. Also, if anybody would like to sponsor the Friday seminar, that's also another option as well. So yeah, absolutely. Anyone who's interested in sponsorship can contact us via the website as well.
You're also welcome to plug your sponsors if you like.
Oh, well, we have the wonderful CHE, School of Homeopathy, we have the IACH School, we have Simillimum Pharmacy, and also we have Martin and Pleasance have come on board. I think you mentioned Zazen Water. We have the Aurum Project. Have I missed anybody, Sarah? I don't think I have. Let me just,
We've obviously got our books. We have our book stand with all the books that from various different people.
And we have Peter Tamanello, who's also a wonderful sponsor, Interclinical Laboratories, and we've got ARIA Health, and we have Radar Opus and Homeobotanicals.
Amazing. Just wondering, is it only in person or do you have like an online option as well?
The conference itself is only in person, but the Friday seminar, there is an opportunity to attend in person, but also we'll be live streaming it as well.
Oh, amazing. Okay. So people just go to homeopathyOz.org and then they'll find the conference registration details on there. And if they want to sign up to watch the online streaming of Camilla Shows Agri Homeopathy, they can do that.
That's exactly right. And they can separately register for the Friday seminar or the weekend conference. Yep.
Yeah. Look at us. We thought we'd be done in 15 minutes, but that was, quite a bit. I think managed to pack quite a bit of info in there. Probably not helped by all my babbling and excitement. Probably could cut it down to 15 minutes if it wasn't for that. So thank you so much for your time, ladies. Is there any final message that you want to leave our listeners with?
We look forward to seeing you there. All are welcome. So we're really, really excited to welcome you in November.
You've made a good point. Actually, sorry, is it students as well as homeopaths, right? So if there's any students listening.
Absolutely.
And even if you're not a student, but like an advanced home user, like just maybe clarify that.
Anybody who is a homeopathic prescriber is welcome at the conference. So you don't have to be a member of the AHA. We'd love it if you were, but if you're not, you're more than welcome to attend.
Great. Sarah, anything you want to add?
No, I think we've covered everything. I can't wait to see everyone. I'm excited. I'm excited to connect. So, yeah,
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. I'll see you in November.
see ya.
Bye.